Larson to the bottom of the track.
Slide job.
Trying to take the lead away.
Slide job.
Shades of Keselowski and Ambrose all over again. Busch gets on the inside of SVG.
And Kenza cleared by Logano. Maybe no. Kenza takes him out. Logano into the wall. Caution comes out and the crowd roars.
Busch goes low. Burton blocks. He gets back up. Comes to the line. Jeff, your little boy, has done it. Harrison Burton wins in Daytona.
Larson has cleared him. Allgaier, look at his hands. Now looks to the
Here
bottom.
comes Larson off turn 2. Larson's got to run down the back.
Can he win 2 days in a row?
The rookie.
Can he battle Kyle Busch 2 days in a row?
He battled him yesterday and beat him.
Here he comes. Diving to the inside. Kyle took the block. He blocked him.
It's the Kyle and Kyle show off, turn 4.
How many times we seen this? This is like 4 or 5 times these two guys have battled each other for the victory.
Busch the veteran, Larson the rookie. Kyle Busch wins California.
Al, what was your thought about Keselowski's little pre-race declaration?
Who?
Brad Keselowski?
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay. He drives the number 12 car.
I saw it, but I passed it.
Alright, so we'll just cut past the Christopher Bell Chase Elliott wreck. That brought out the red flag because NASCAR had to come out and fix the wall. That wreck was very... It made... I've listened to the broadcast very carefully, and they were just very, shocked.
Yeah, I think that's probably the worst, crash that they've seen in a long time. I mean, if NASCAR didn't have, the current measures of safety that they did, they both would have been dead.
Yeah.
And that's not something anyone wants to think about.
Yeah.
But when it's really bad like that, you have to think about it, and it's very unsettling. It's very scary.
Yeah. As Christopher Bell hit the wall, his side window comes out and just kills Larson's antenna. So his in-car camera, everything was gone. And I was like, that's crazy. So that was with 50 laps to go. So we get a restart. And Mr. Hamlin, Mr. Denny, he's like, yeah, we're going to take control of this race and not look back.
I was really thinking that Spire could pull through.
Honestly,
I know Hocevar and Suarez were at the top, and
if they worked together a little bit better, maybe. But the speed Denny Hamlin had, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think Denny and his car are just built different. Because once again, Denny was also starting from the rear, and then just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks. He didn't do this one on purpose.
Yeah.
At least I don't think he spun on purpose in practice and had to fix his diffuser. I would hope not.
Yeah, I don't think you would want to do that. I don't know though. You never know.
Yeah, it's Denny, so we never know. All right, so we would say this win was very important because it's tied to some NASCAR history. So for those of you that don't know, there was this driver. His name was Kyle Busch, and he was probably the best of his generation. I think a lot of people would agree with that. So he unfortunately passed away this year, and that meant he ended his Cup Series career with 63 career wins.
63 wins, 2 championships. He had his own motorsport team.
Over 200 National Series wins. This guy.
It's safe to say that he will be he's going to be considered one of the greatest of all time.
Of course. But Denny Hamlin's win yesterday was his 63rd win. So they're now tied on the all-time list for 9th.
And, teammates to rivals. And because it's crazy, because before that happened, they were going back and forth, because Denny was talking on his podcast, and you could tell, like, Kyle was, like, pissed off about it.
Yeah.
There've been so much back and forth, but also,
which is crazy with how close that podcast that Denny was talking. I wouldn't say talking crap, but like he was being very blunt about what was going on with Kyle Busch, because everyone had an opinion on it. They're like, "What's wrong with this guy? He was one of the best in the sport, and now he's just like a backmarker."
Yeah, because RCR isn't the best team. I think bringing in Kyle Busch for sponsors and big name like recognition, that was a smart move for RCR.
Yeah, like they were very good in 2023, and then just the speed went somewhere else.
They fell off.
Yeah,
but I will say, after, I can't remember exactly what race it is, but his crew chief got fired. Once he got a new one, he was getting like very consistent top 10s. But you could tell, like, even in Talladega, when they had, the big one, which I was trying to get ready for an Aces game to go cover. I was like, ain't no way Kyle Busch, ain't no way Austin Cindric coming back from this. I'm an Austin Cindric fan, by the way. I'm like one of two.
One of two.
One of two. But like watching that, I was like, they're not gonna come back from that. Like they took too much damage, and lo and behold, both of them ended up in the top 10.
Yeah. All right. So it was Kyle Busch's crew chief, Jim Pullman. That was his name. He was the crew chief for Kyle Busch for the first 10 races of the 2026 season, and he was replaced by Andy Street. Andy Street, like, after that happened, we saw a switch in the speed of the car. Like, they had speed.
Yeah, and he was consistently getting, like, top 10s.
Yeah.
It may not have been, like, every single race he was top 5, but still, top 10.
Yeah. And I remember this weekend, Richard Childress was talking about, he said that Kyle told him that if you keep giving me cars like you've given me the past 3 weeks, we will make the chase. And I believe him.
Me too.
Yeah. All right, so, Denny Hamlin wins the race. That's his 3rd win of the season. 63rd career win all time. Congrats to Denny.
Shout out Denny. When I took photos at NASCAR, I was posting them on my story, and I was like, oh, like, these are some driver intro photos. This is Denny 1, blah, 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 like, my victory lane photos. And, he was a frequent story viewer. He was, like, the only driver viewing the stories. I'm like, thank you, Denny.
Yeah. Denny has viewed my story one time. Now, this story, it wasn't very, very nice, I would say.
Sorry, Denny, people changed.
Back in 2022, Yeah. My bad, Denny. If you hear this one day, I hope so.
Yeah, there's like, it's weird because like in NASCAR there are no drivers I like necessarily hate. Neither in Formula One.
Yeah.
IndyCar, however, don't get me started on Santino Ferrucci. Gotta put in the censors over his name, but don't get me started on Santino Ferrucci.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get into some legacy runs for Legacy Motor Club. Erik Jones finished 2nd.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Especially after like that wreck.
Yeah.
The restart wreck. Like that was impressive.
Yeah. Like when I say all of the Toyotas had speed yesterday, all of them had speed yesterday.
Every single one.
Every single one. Shout out Cole Custer. He finished 12th for the Haas Factory Chevy.
Yeah, him and Cindric are going back and forth for quite a while.
Yeah.
I'm happy Cindric got 11th, so we are up.
Yeah, and then John Hunter Nemechek finished 14th. He probably would have finished higher, If it
he was
wasn't,
the one involved in the wreck.
he was involved in that wreck. Yeah.
Okay, he was the one who got spun.
He was the one that Carson Hocevar
Yeah.
got into, yeah.
I keep getting them mixed up because I know Erik Jones is the 43.
Yeah, and they
And
ran
42.
very similar cars yesterday, too.
Exactly. So that like threw me off.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna give a quick shout out to Chevrolet real quick.
Yeah, very. Shout out Chevy. Chevy.
There seems to be a big three, I would say, forming for Chevy.
Mhm.
It was Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, and Carson Hocevar. They've had speed these past few weeks.
Hmm.
I would not race winning speed yet because the Toyotas are still, I think, a step above.
Yeah.
But it's consistent top 5 speed.
Yeah.
They're leading laps. Like,
Don't count out Daniel Suarez.
oh
Daniel
yeah,
Suarez.
underrated shout out for Daniel Suarez, who is 9th in points right now.
Daniel Suarez and I feel like Daniel Suarez and Austin Cindric are very similar. Like they could go severely under the radar, and like they could be starting from the back from like 30th or whatever.
Yeah.
And like still make their way into points.
Yep.
And quietly do so.
Of course.
So big shout out Daniel Suarez.
Coke 600 winner Daniel Suarez.
Exactly. One of my online friends, Sarah, her husband actually is works in the pit crew for Daniel Suarez. So
That's sick.
I got a good picture of them back here, and she told me that he loved the picture.
That's awesome. All right, so we're gonna get into the Calamity Corner part of the podcast.
All right.
So we're gonna give AJ Allmendinger a shout out for his radio meltdown yesterday after he spun by himself. He said, "My whole life in this car is playing defense, and I'm tired of crashing." Real.
I mean, real, but also you spun out by yourself.
Yeah.
Yikes. Kind of reminds me of Christian Rasmussen's in St. Louis last night
Yeah.
in IndyCar. I don't remember exactly what happened. I just know his spotter or crew chief was like, "Way to go, Christian. Like, you're doing such a good job." And he's like, "I don't effing need that right now. Like, shut the F up."
I saw that this morning, and I was like, that's crazy.
Shout out the Danish diva, as everyone calls him. Slay.
Yeah. All right. So we talked about the big crash in stage 2, and then the accident with Bell and Chase Elliott. So for Christopher Bell, it seems like he just keeps getting wrecked when he's in the top 2, and he's consistently in the top 2.
Yeah, so pretty much every race, like, something happens.
Yeah.
He's kind of having, like, Max Verstappen, George Russell level luck this season.
Yeah.
Where, you know, he had a great season last year, and then just now all of a sudden his car is kind of turning against him, or, like, everyone's turning against him.
Yeah, like, for some reason, they just don't want to see Christopher Bell win. I don't know why.
Exactly. Something doesn't want to see him win, just like the same way something doesn't want to see George Russell win. And I am a D1 George Russell defender. I'm not even going to talk about Monaco last.
I personally would rather see George Russell win than Kimi Antonelli, but that could be a discussion for another time.
I think Kimi later on, but right now, please, Mercedes, please stop messing with his car. Just give him the same car, please.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to get into some predictions really quick for next week's race at Pocono. I think Denny's going to go 3 in a row.
I think so too. I know they were saying on the broadcast that he's really good in Pocono. So
Oh, he's like one of the best.
then yeah, I think Denny's gonna win.
He might be good here. It depends on who you ask. We'll see.
He might be. I don't know. It's just a hunch.
Yeah. Disappointment, I would probably say Tyler Reddick again.
Yeah. That's a valid.
So for those of you that don't know, NASCAR for qualifying, they have a metric system, and most of it is based on how you finish the previous week. So if you don't finish that well, you're going to go out very early in qualifying, and that usually is not good.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to qualify that well. And I think I know last season, he's going to have the same level of like Christopher Bell luck where like he wins like all these races in a row and then things just start going downhill.
Yeah. Because also for Tyler Reddick last year in Pocono, he had brake issues, so.
Yeah. Hopefully, I just hope no one's brake rotors explode again, because that was insane.
We did get some great shots from that race, though.
We did,
at Nashville. That was peak. So, I couldn't pick one sleeper for next week, so I just picked a group. So the group I picked is just Chevy.
That's fair, yeah.
Because I would like to see how they perform on a flat track. And then my bold prediction is I think Shane Van Gisbergen is going to get a top 10.
Ooh. Do love me some SVG.
A top 10 before he dominates the next 2 weeks at road courses.
Exactly. I think like the biggest surprise, I don't know. I think the biggest surprise is going to be like Blaney and Logano don't finish that well.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably going to be in like the bottom, not like in the 30s.
Bottom teens.
Yeah. Bottom teens, early high 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think once again Cindric is going to be like the biggest sleeper.
Yeah.
Cuz he usually is.
Yeah, cuz right now Austin Cindric, he's not having that bad of a season.
Exactly. If he doesn't get wrecked, like he's consistently in the points, and I know he's going to win a race this season. I'm calling it now. I think he might win.
Kelly's calling her shot.
I'm calling my shot. I think Cindric's going to win. He's going to win at least one race this season. Just because I know he won Talladega last year.
Mm-hmm.
And when his car doesn't give him problems and when he doesn't get wrecked, even when he does get wrecked, look at Talladega this year, he still finished in the top 10.
Yeah.
He's very consistent and he's very like underrated. Now that he stopped doing the whole AI posting, I can actually like give him his flowers.
Yeah, shout out Austin Cindric. Currently, he's above Joey Logano in the points.
I feel like that's a big surprise to a lot of people, because like especially Logano fans.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna send hate to Logano or his fans, but Cindric's just having the better season. He is more consistent, and I know when in IndyCar Tim Cindric got fired for that whole Indy 500 Penske cheating scandal. That's a whole nother can of worms, but everyone was like, oh, is Austin Cindric going to keep his seat in NASCAR? Is he going to keep his seat in NASCAR? He's proven that he's a good driver.
Which, honestly, I don't understand why they're questioning his ability. He has an Xfinity Series championship.
Exactly. I think he's bound to win a Cup Series championship soon.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people that people would rather see win a championship. Denny, I would want to see Denny win a championship before he retires.
I feel like on the grid right now, Denny is probably the most deserving.
Exactly. I feel like Denny, I know a lot of people want to see Carson Hocevar win a championship. He's still young, though. He's still in his prime. He
has not eclipsed 100 Cup Series starts yet, so he'll have his time.
Yeah, I don't want to even say he's in his prime. I want to say he's like starting to enter his prime.
Yeah.
But I do think Cindric is championship worthy material.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's like my hot take of the day.
Okay.
Is that he can win a championship.
We'll take that.
He's gonna be a sleeper next week for sure.
Oh, for sure. So we just got a couple more things left. Another shout out I wanted to make again is to Erik Jones. He's 18th in points right now, and he's only 18 points out of the chase.
So he's another sleeper.
Another sleeper, yeah.
I think we should be like kind of worried, like starting to like turn our eyes to Erik Jones. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this guy could actually like come out of nowhere.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson is doing a great job with that Legacy Motor Club team.
Do we think Legacy is going to sign Riley Herbst?
How can I word this without it like being a shot towards Herbst? I would say if they did sign Riley Herbst, I think it would not benefit them as much if they just stayed a 2-car team.
That's a good take.
Because I feel like you're seeing that kind of with 2311. Like,
Yeah.
you have Tyler Reddick, top driver, most wins of the season, points leader.
Yeah,
Bubba Wallace, he started off the season really well.
Mm-hmm.
He was second in points for multiple weeks in a row.
And then he got third this weekend.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's kind of clawing his way back to the top.
And right now, he's in 11th in points. And then the bottom is Riley Herbst. Ever since they've announced that Corey Heim will be replacing him, he's shown some speed, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like he can only really perform. He's showing that he can really only perform under that
The pressure.
that pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, though. You know, we're just here. We don't get to decide, really.
Exactly. I just kind of sit and watch and go, yippee,
Yeah.
yippee when my driver wins. Oh no, when my driver doesn't.
Real. All right, so last thing we'll have for the podcast is I wanted to make sure that our thoughts are right now are with Christopher Bell, because after that wreck, Joe Gibbs, the team owner, he said that right now Bell is dealing with wrist and ankle injuries.
Yeah, that's I can see that definitely. I thought it was going to be a lot worse.
Yeah.
Cuz I mean, like, it was such a terrible crash. Like, that was a heart-stopping crash.
Yeah.
Like, I love watching racing, but when it gets to a certain point where like you're there and you're like, wait, if someone crashes, could this be their last race? Like,
Yeah.
thinking about that going to a race is not something anyone wants to see. And I feel like, not to like divert it to another racing series,
No,
but
you're
you
good.
see it a lot with like MotoGP.
Yeah.
I made a TikTok not that long ago asking how on earth Marc Marquez is still alive.
And still winning races.
Still winning races. He just got pole in Hungary and then won in Hungary. But you see him get in all these like major wrecks where you know, they're tossed from their bikes hit them as they're in motion. It's insane. And then in a bigger car, like a stock car, you have so many different components that could just fly out and hit you, fly out.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday. And as quick as it happens, because when you're wrecking like that, you would hopefully not hold on to the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
But I know in this car that drivers have said that when you're like, it happens that fast, like it just rips the steering wheel out of your hand, and that has caused multiple injuries to drivers in the past.
Yeah, so hopefully Bell heals up.
Yeah. Definitely want to see him out there next weekend, but
Yeah, Christopher Bell, if you're somehow listening to this, we're all praying for you, buddy.
yeah, we wish you the best, man.
I actually, not that long ago, I had a really fun dream that I did a hot lap at the Motor Speedway with Christopher Bell.
That's sick.
And that's all I remember from it. I was like just sitting in the passenger seat, like having a great time.
But yep, so that's all that we have for the first episode of the Calamity Corner Podcast. I just want to give a big thank you to Kelly for being my first guest.
Of course. Thanks for having me on. This is so fun.
Of course.
If you want to follow along for Trackside Talk, where James also contributes,
Yep.
my Instagram is Kelly Rose Sports, where you will see plenty of posts about Trackside Talk. We'll be sharing everything regarding our stories.
Yep.
So if you want to read more from both of us, I talk more F1, IndyCar. That's like my main niche. James's niche is more NASCAR.
Of course.
I definitely recommend subscribing. It's free to subscribe, first of all. And yeah, we do like very in-depth stories, like the Gucci and Alpine, because I feel like a lot of people don't know that the history of Alpine started with like Benetton.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked about that in my story.
Yeah, go check it out, guys.
Yeah, go check it out. Kelly Rose Sports on Instagram.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week. Thank you for listening to Calamity Corner Podcast. If you want to learn more about me or the podcast, follow me on Instagram at jamesc._.24.